Hey, I'm back. Fuckers. You know those type of things where like, I'm gonna make this video on clarity of racism. Holy. This is gonna be intense clarity type of thing. And I'm gonna put metaphysics to this. Check this out. Check this out. In order to have clarity on races, you have to go back to source. Like, you have to think of it in a source perspective for a second. You know how we all can meditate, right? And that means our void self, like, lines up with each other. Like, the empty side of us line up with each other. Right? And we're multidimensional too. We all have the fourth dimension and the fifth dimension, but the fifth dimension is no time. And the fourth dimension is like the mind. You see? And then the third dimension is the physical body. And the sixth dimension is our soul. No? That's our soul self. Focus. So, if we, in this nature, if we have a fourth dimensional side, which is the mind, let's go to the fourth dimension side first. What do you have in your head? Thinking, right? The thinking, or in the thinking about thinking, right? And you have a mind, like the fourth dimension side, right? With being creative and imagining and all that, right? Isn't that not a species or not a racist? Isn't the fourth dimension the mind and that's it? It's not physical. So the mind can't be African or European or Asian or Indian. In this nature though, wait. Forget about you holding knowledge for a second. In this nature, right, is the mind itself. Can that be African or Indian or something? If this whole universe is made out of energy, and the mind's made out of energy too, and sound. Holy, no? And the fifth dimension, there's no time, so there's out of here, out of the fourth dimension and third dimension. It's just that void. The spiritual world. The sixth dimension with the soul. The light. The obsidian light. Holy, no? The fifth dimension is the emotional and the spiritual thing. What does all these dimensions have to do with this? Isn't the other dimensions is what is making us do this? Holy, like, this means that it's not about the color. Like, if my mind is right here, and I have a spirit, right? In this nature, though, and a soul, then, if this is the case, if I have all this, then what does this lining up with you, the void lining up, or the spirit lining up, or the breath, because spirit means breath. That's why our breath leaves our body, like, we take our last breath. So what does this lining up with you have to do with my color? How does that have an effect on my spirit's affairs? Or my mind's affairs or my soul's affairs? If emotions control DNA and physical reality. You don't see? The fact that scientists said that emotions control DNA and physical reality, right? That proves that there's no such thing as all those stereotypes and stuff. Holy. So, if the emotions control DNA and physical reality, then, if anything, isn't it the emotions that have an effect on the physical reality? Why are you making it seem as if the physical reality has an effect on the emotions affairs? Holy, that's proof. Scientific proof. You don't see? And all of us are entities too. Everybody has a free will to what they want to express, depending on their path. Holy. I mean, I am so-called black, right? I'm so-called black. But, do I eat chicken wings? Or meat? Do I put dead bodies in my stomach? Holy. Do I drink Kool-Aid? Because I don't drink Kool-Aid. Type of thing. It has like sugar in it and stuff. And I don't put sugar in my body. Or I don't even eat cake. Or ice cream or something. Do I eat all this stuff? No, I don't. Do I go to KFC? No, I don't. I don't go to KFC. But what do I eat? I eat fruits and vegetables type of thing. I eat quinoa type of thing. I drink almond milk type of thing. So where's everybody getting this black people like chicken wings from? I don't like chicken wings. I don't like dead bodies in my stomach. But in this nature I'm talking about. Me as a so-called black person, I don't like it. So doesn't this mean that it couldn't be that if you scientifically study it? The fact that I don't like it, that means that the science contradicted itself. Like your science contradicted. That's like saying this fact, that fire can burn loose leaf, right? So when you put a lighter to a loose leaf, it burns, right? But every fire piece, every portion of fire can burn loose leaf. You're saying all fires can burn loose leaf. That's right. Because all fires can burn loose leaf. But then people say that all black people eat chicken wings or something. But me as a black person, I don't eat chicken wings. I'm not like, and then you're gonna say you don't count. What do you mean I don't count? We're talking about science. I'm physically so-called black type of thing. Holy, you don't see? You can't exclude me, if that's the right word, like to the collective consciousness of it, to the collective. Like you can't separate me just because I'm one black person that doesn't like it. You can't just every black person that exposes it and says that they don't do it, right? Then you'd be like, oh, that guy doesn't count. No, this one doesn't count either. You can't just keep going through the crowd and taking away all the ones that don't do it and saying they don't count. So doesn't this mean that this cultural thing, right, with all these races, right? Like all the stuff that they express, it's only because they're expressing it. It's not because the color. It's because they're expressing it based off of their path type of thing. And based off of the culture they're around type of thing. Holy. And then some people, and some of them were around that culture, but they don't choose the culture. That's because everybody has free will. They get to decide whether they want to express that or not. Just like me, in this nature, I don't want to express that. Holy. No? You don't see how all the stereotypes come from hoaxing people? Everybody's hoaxing people when all this shit is not true. Holy. Like, this, what, wait a minute. What is, like, my skin, my, like, complexion of my skin have to do with my emotions? Holy. Isn't emotions behind life? So, these emotions, like everything we observe with our awareness, is not us. Like, we have raw awareness. We're consciousness, right? Aren't we all consciousness observing the divine? The emotions and all the dimensions and the third dimension. So, if this is not us, and if this is part of this divine and this creation, then what does, like, how is, like, the physical relevant to, like, emotions? Holy, you don't see that these are dimensions? Like, these are, like, aspects of life, and it goes to higher frequencies? What does a higher frequency have to do with the lower frequency? That's like saying negative and positive is the same thing. No, negative is a lower frequency and positive is a higher frequency. And you don't see the higher dimension, the real it is, but the higher dimensions control the low? No? Like me, right now, or that have nothing to do with any of the stereotypes people be saying type of thing. Except the spiritual thing. Wait, let me point this out for a second. And by the way, I'm using black for this video because, like, me. That's why. So I'm making, like, you know what I'm saying, right? So, yeah. It's because I'm it type of thing. So, what was I going to say? Wait, oh yeah, the spiritual thing. Fucking, how you gonna say that all black people are violent, or they're negative, but also make a stereotype saying that all black people are spiritual and they all like being around nature? You don't see? Like, they say, all black people are to the spiritual stuff, and they do voodoo, and all this invisible side of life shit. And then, at the same time say, all black people are violent, and they walk around shooting people. That's a contradiction. Don't you see that's a separation there? So, I don't get it. Like, how are you gonna make, like, a contradicting, like, joke like that? In this nature, though. No? Like, we're not these races. You don't see? This is not emotions or expression. This is not the spirit. This is the physical reality. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought you said that you don't like spirituality. I thought you said you didn't believe in that. I thought you said that emotions are not real. Or the mind's not real. So why are you like talking about black people? Like their emotions are different than my emotions. What? You acted like you have some spiritual science. Or some emotional science, like you know. Like you understand how like all these races work. Like in the invisible side of life. But you don't like the invisible side of life though. So stay physical. Holy. And by the way, racism and racist, right? That's not racist, by the way. Like when you hate on other races and bash them and make jokes about them, it's not called racist. Because racist, right, means ist is a suffix for a profession or skill. And race is the race. So it's racist. So that means you understand how the races work. So I'm a racist because I understand all of the races. And ism is a movement. While race is race. So it's racism. It's a movement for races. Holy. So, this racism originated with aliens type of thing. Because they made different alien races type of thing. And they understand races. They know the science behind it. And how it works. So, those aliens are racist. And spiritualist. No? And then the Archon aliens try to separate us. They try to separate us because they're racist. They try to separate us because they know they understand it. Holy. So then they separated so-called white and so-called black type of thing. And white is nothing but a governmental status. And black is nothing but a governmental status. It's not a racist. That's not under the racism category. White means high in the rank and black means low in the rank type of thing. So me, I'm white type of thing. Because I'm high in the rank and I'm high conscious type of thing. Holy, I'm in a higher level. A higher frequency. My chakras are charged up. And I have more understanding than you type of thing. And more clarity type of thing. So you're black type of thing. Because you're low in the rank type of thing. Holy. No? Just like the word lyrical, lyricism, lyricist. I'm a lyricist because I understand lyrics and I make lyrics. I'm a lyricist. So how can you call somebody who doesn't like rap or doesn't like lyrics a lyricist if they're not skillful in lyrics? That doesn't make sense. I'm a lyricist because I rap and I understand it. So I'm a racist because I understand racism. That's why I love all races type of thing. And that's why I'm not scared of aliens type of thing or other demons type of thing. Because I understand racism type of thing. I know about the soul aspect on everything. Like I look within and get into void. So I understand that my void lines up with the alien's void type of thing. So I'm in the visible side of life type of thing. That's why I'm not scared of them. And that's why these other people are scared of other races. with the Europeans being scared of Africans type of thing. Like that stereotypical thing, right? Like, that's not true, but some of them are. Because it's because of their, like, understanding of it. But that doesn't mean all of it. But if it is, like one European that's scared of that, right? That's because they're not a racist. They don't understand it. I do. That's why I could go to higher dimensions without my heart skipping. Holy, nah? Lyricist. Racist. All the ist. Everything's a is. A specialist. No? You don't see the English? You see how the government's corrupting all these words type of thing? And like, all these words are losing its meaning now? Because everybody's hoaxing to people with words. And everybody's trapped in the grammar matrix still. And English is like the most, like, evilest, like, language. Oh, you don't see? Our voids light up. We're entities. Each entity decides what they want to express. It's not about the skin. Emotions control DNA. So it's the emotions overpowering the physical body. And the mind. You don't see that your emotions overpower your thoughts? But your chakras have... But like, if you're suffering, you have fear, guilt, shame, grief, lies, despair, foolishness, illusions, and attachment, and judgment. Judgment too. Without the insight. And consistence. Science. Separation. All this stuff. That's why these people are... That's why when you see... You bump into an African American, even if you can't be African American, because you can't be two continents. That doesn't make sense. African American. It's either you're in America or you're in Africa. You don't see that's titles. But anyways, like if you bump into a so-called African American, right? And he's expressing like that BET shit. Then you know that it's just him expressing it. Because he thinks that's how a black person should be. Because that black culture, that so-called black culture came from BET. On TV. This TV's brainwashing type of thing. But at the same time, that Jews own BET type of thing. You don't see it's like those Jews, like the Jewish. Like the Jewish, and like the Germans and stuff. All of them like are presidents. And they're the Red Cross, the Vaticans. They're all the Vaticans and stuff. In the higher governments. Look at the words. No, you're not a European. That's just a title. Of a place. You're not German. German is somebody who's from Germany. You don't see? Germany. But what the word German means is German. Poor man. Holy. So these Germans on the higher governments, they're Germans. They spread. They're not good for you. Holy, like, they make you sick. They put stuff in your food. They put fluoride in your water, they put fluoride in your toothpaste and stuff. You don't see? Jewish-ish. That means they're not Jew. They're Jewish. So they're not Jew. They're kind of like it. So these are fake people in the government type of thing. Germans and Jewish. Controlling BET in Hollywood type of thing. And all these so-called African Americans are expressing it because they think that's how it's supposed to be. So it's not because they're colored, it's because they're expressing it. And they got tricked. They sold their soul. So they're the unholy spirit now. And I'm not. I'm a Holy Spirit. Because I don't put culture, ideology, and religion into my spiritual world type of thing. You don't see that it's about my spirit? Or what I choose to do? Is choices coming from physical or inside? That's my choice type of thing. I choose what I want to do. They choose what they want to do. And they didn't choose it because of their skin. Because me, I chose something different, but my skin's that. So now you have to say some black people. Or so-called African Americans. Now you have to say some of them. But this some of them is not really like targeted on that color. It's just some of them because you caught a spirit under that physical body. You don't see how we're all spirits walking around? Souls walking around? So they're trapped in the vessel? So when you say some of them, that's because that soul that chose it is in that physical body. You don't see like under the line? Like under like the skirt? Holy, but then that soul can also be on another race. It can be on all of them. I think you understand what I'm talking about now. Holy. 13 love. Fucking. And by the way, nigga means nega. So I'm a nigga serpent. Or a nega serpent. Who doesn't eat KFC. Or chicken wings. I don't put dead bodies in my stomach. I stick to fruits and vegetables type of thing. That's why I'm wearing a nega hoodie. See that snake with the skull type of thing? If you want to talk about swagger type of thing. I'm not into swagger, but my mentality is that. You see, like, without me trying, I don't even want to be that. I'm not even expressing it, it's already that. Because I'm spiritual and spirit is better than unholy spirits out here. I even have clothes. Look, old clothes that are more swagger than you. Holy. Fuck out of here with your swagger shit. Your swagger shit ain't nothing type of thing. You have no swag, really. All that money you're spending on all these clothes, that's all fake. Type of thing. It's a whole like holographical world. Illusions. You're brainwashed. Fucking out.